I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good day. On behalf of the Monmouth County Vocational School District, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Charles Ford, School Business Administrator Colette Flatt, and myself, let me be the first to offer congratulations to this year's graduating seniors from the Academy of Allied Health and Science, the Academy of Law and Public Safety, Biotechnology High School, Communications High School, Class Academy, the High Technology High School, and the Marine Academy of Science and Technology. While I know the events over these past few months is not how you expected to finish your senior year, please know that it does not in any way diminish your accomplishments over these past 4 years. You and your families have so much to be proud of. While I know this has been a difficult time for each of you and your families, graduations are also a time to reflect and to give thanks. What I'd like to do is recognize those individuals and groups who made today possible. I want to acknowledge the Monmouth County Board of Chosen Freeholders, who supplies so much support to our district. I want to recognize all of the industry partners who provide mentorships and work with all of our programs to keep them current and make them first rate. I want to recognize the parents for your undying love and support of your sons and daughters over these past 4 years, never more seen than in these last 3 months. I have to recognize the staff of all of our schools and the tremendous job they did over these past 4 years, but certainly over these last 3 months as they went to a remote education plan with each of you while they were all still caring for their families. They have done a tremendous job and deserve our thanks. But most of all, I want to acknowledge you, the class of 2020, and all of your accomplishments. As I said, graduations are a time to give thanks, but they're also a time to reflect. So life does not always go the way you plan or the way you want. You can't always control the events in your life, but you can control how you respond to these events. Philosophers, musicians, poets have spent centuries trying to define and describe what this approach to life is. But I know someone who condensed it into 2 words: keep smiling. I want to just take a moment, and I'll come back to that, but anyone out there who is listening to these remarks who works in the healthcare field, law enforcement, transportation, the food industry, skilled labor, communications, biomedical research, is a teacher, and all of the other essential workers who selflessly went to work and continue to go to work so the rest of us can stay home, I want to thank you. You are heroes in my book and deserve our praise. I'd like to tell you about someone else who, in his own way, is a hero. Not necessarily at the front lines like these people I've just mentioned, but I can say this: none of you, including myself, would be here today if it were not for him. Keep smiling. This individual personifies what it means to live a life in the service to others. He was a son of New Jersey, lived in New Jersey his entire life, and unless you lived in Oceanport, you may never have heard the name of Clem Summers. Clem graduated from the Wolf Hill School in Oceanport. He was president of his 8th grade class. Even then, he showed those leadership skills that he became known for. And a true leader is someone who puts the needs of others in front of their own needs. He was the first Eagle Scout from Troop 58 in Oceanport. He served his country in the Navy and was so severely injured that he spent a year in a body cast. He was expected never to walk again, but walk he did for the next 70 years, and we are all grateful for that. He was a member of the First Aid Squad in Oceanport, and he still served, up until his death for over 50 years in the Oceanport Fire Department. He served for over 25 years as a councilman, was the mayor of Oceanport, and was a Monmouth County freeholder. His contributions to Oceanport and the county are numerous, but just to name a few: the Police Academy, the Monmouth County Library headquarters in Manalapan, and many other buildings that still exist in Monmouth County and serve the residents of Monmouth County. But by far, Monmouth County Vocational School is his real legacy. He served on our Board of Education for over 40 years, many of those as the president. He built the Career Center. He accepted the Marine Academy of Science and Technology into the district back in 1983, and to this day, worked to see that that campus continued to grow and develop. He started with the administration, but under his leadership, the High Technology High School, Allied Health, Class Academy, Communications High School, the Culinary Arts Program in Asbury Park, Biotech, and the Academy of Law and Public Safety, because he believed that the students of Monmouth County deserved a world-class education, which was second to none. He also loved Michigan football. He spent many Saturdays traveling to Michigan and attending their games. At graduation, he would always look through the program and identify any students who were going to Michigan to offer a few words. So let me share with Biotechnology High School student Kirti Aplash and Krishna Palya that if Mr. Summers was here in my place, he would welcome you to the Michigan family. He'd look forward to seeing you next year, and you will be there with 110 other Michigan fans in what they call the Big House. I think it's important to note that Mr. Summers never had a family member attend Monmouth County Vocational School. His commitment to this district was because he believed in the residents and students of Monmouth County. He did what he did because he was a true public servant. He had three expressions that he always said. The first, everybody he met, if it was a stranger, it didn't matter. He'd always ask if they had started their Christmas shopping yet, which was certainly an icebreaker. Anytime somebody would ask if he needed any help, he would always say he needed a winning lottery ticket. But the most important thing, and everyone who knew Mr. Summers, he ended every conversation, every phone call with the same expression: keep smiling. Keep smiling. Keep smiling. The world has promise. The world is good. There are things to look forward to in this life, and his legacy, his life's commitment, besides his family and his grandchildren, was to the students of Monmouth County and Monmouth County Vocational School. He often said that Monmouth County Vocational School was the best school district in the country. I believe that's true, but a big part of that was because of the leadership of Clem Summers. To the class of 2020, I present the life of Clem Summers as an example to you of what a life in the service of others can mean, and as an example of a life well lived. To the class of 2020, I say to you, keep smiling. Life will get better. Congratulations, class of 2020, and God bless you.
Hello there, and welcome to our family, friends, guests, and of course, most importantly, our graduates here for all our academies here in Monmouth County. So this is unique times that we never in our wildest dreams would have thought that we would have been engaging in at this time. And I look at when I talk to our graduates or talk about our graduates, I hope this is the last time they ever have to go through this. Unfortunately for them, it's the year that is probably one of the most special years of their life here is that graduation, high school graduation. You know, somebody told me this a while back before when I was talking about this, and I'm a big proponent of trying to find an alternative way to have people in person here, is that, you know, not everybody goes to college. Not everybody moves on to that another level of education, but they move into it progressing in their life. And high school graduations are probably one of the most important component of a young adult's life. So to miss out on it, it's something you're missing out on in person. But it's our job as administrators and leaders to try to make it as fulfilling as possible. And I guess that will come in this case with words. And so as I talk to the parents and the family members of the graduates, I could tell you, I know this, that each and all of you are so proud of these students here. But let me tell you what it is to us here as local officials. And I kind of use it somewhere where we talk a little bit of our political career. And when we go out there and we campaign for elections, and I will tell you that each and every one of our freeholders, myself, Deputy Director Kylie, Freeholder Berry, and Preveduto and Duraco, tout our high schools, tout our academies on the benefit that they are. So our graduates, I will tell you, the one thing you do for us is you help us get elected because of your success and your commitment and your dedication. And, you know, I look at what our future's about, and that's important. You know, the feeder part of any organization, and government being one, is the most important part. You're there today, you have leaders today, whether you like them or not, they're going to be gone, and we're going to need a good feeder program. Whether you're in government, business, whatever that might be, education, that might be, we need people. And you know what? Our future's bright, and I could see that through all our academies. So when I look at our graduates and I talk to our graduates and I see the graduates over the course of the years, I see the bond and the closeness that they have. And I guess one thing I could say to the graduates is you'll move on to your next career and you'll have new friends. You'll build new relationships. But I could almost guarantee that what you will have is a friendship that you have today that you'll never forget. People that you're not even that close with in your high school class, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you will see that person and say, wow, we went to school together. We went to high school together. It's something you never forget. And at those reunions, it's almost like it was yesterday when you get there. Old times being spoken about, funny jokes, funny times are talked about because they're special times. And they're times that you'll never forget. So remember, you'll cross paths with your fellow classmates. I can guarantee it, one time or another. And when you do, the day how you're graduating at this time of the year will be as special as it is today, will be special when you talk to your fellow classmates years down the road. And on behalf of all of our freeholders, the one thing I could leave you with is Monmouth County The 630,000 people in Monmouth County are proud of our graduates and know that your commitment and dedication will continue and hopefully stay here in Monmouth County, will make Monmouth County the great place that it is now, continue to be the great place because of young adults like you. So congratulations on behalf of the freeholders, and God bless.
My name is Dennis Ngolia. I am the Vice President of the Monmouth County Vocational School District. It's a pleasure to be able to speak with you today upon your graduation. I do not have to tell you that the class of 2020 has undergone an extraordinary year. You need only look around you. Instead of the company of your classmates, we meet in a virtual ceremony. But regardless of the nature of today's celebration, it does not dilute nor change the nature of your accomplishments. Graduation is a time-honored rite of passage for young people everywhere. It is an opportunity to look both backward and forward. It is the moment where you may say goodbye to what was and look ahead to what will be. One thing is for certain, you will always remember it. Every generation revels in the stories their parents tell them of their childhood. My dad told me he had to walk 5 miles to school, in the snow, uphill, both ways. When you have your children, you will tell them about the great pandemic of 2020, how everybody wore masks, how we kept 6 feet apart, how we sprayed disinfectant at anything that moved, and how your graduation was on a computer screen. The challenges you and your teachers have faced this year have been daunting, not only for the health risks, but for the disconnection from everything that we had taken for granted. But challenges make us stronger, and you, the class of 2020, were the people who adapted and persevered in a time where everything we knew in the entire world seemed to stand on its head. Your achievements and those of your parents who were right there at your side are nothing short of remarkable. You are part of history, and you will be remembered for it. There has been a lot of talk about the new normal. I don't know what that will be, but I do know this. You and your classmates will bring it about. And judging from the way you have handled these difficult times, we shall have no doubt that you will be successful in making the world a better place than where you found it. Recently, we were saddened to learn of the death of our longtime board president, Clement Summers. His hard work and dedication over the years gave this district the national reputation for excellence that it enjoys. His motto was, "Keep smiling," and I can think of no better advice to give you. Along with our sincere congratulations upon your graduation and our best wishes for the future on this happy occasion.
Yo, class of 2020, we here. We did it. I would like to start by thanking Mr. McCorkell, Dr. Ford, Mr. Arnold, freeholders, Ms. Harmon, Ms. McCabe-Labis, Dr. Christopher, aka best friend, faculty, family, friends, and most important, class of 2020. My name is Yalani Sanchez. I came to Class Academy when I was having trouble at Neptune High School. I came to Class Academy because I was uncomfortable in a big high school after attending a charter school my entire life. I had anxiety and stopped going to school. I learned that I could count on support and second chances. I enrolled in the Share Time program to work towards a certificate in the dental assistant. One of my teachers, Mr. Elfers, helped me get an internship in a local dentist's office. I ran for student council president, and I got involved in extracurricular activities that involve volunteering at lunch break, making the morning announcements, welcoming visitors to our building. One of the most valuable activities I participated in was the Monmouth University Social Justice Conference, where I worked with kids all over Monmouth County. I also had the chance to make friends with students all over Monmouth County. I learned that I was not the only high school student that needed help and a fresh start. This graduating class started with the usual struggles that bring kids to Class Academy. In March, we left school with all the unsureness that came with the global pandemic. We had obstacles to begin with, and now this. If you are in the Class Academy graduating class, you overcame unbelievable odds. We are truly prepared to keep pushing forward. Whatever surprises the future brings us, we will continue to succeed. After this year, we can get through anything. I want to give a shout out to my parents for supporting me through thick and thin, my siblings for always being there, and a shout out to all my family and friends for supporting me, to the staff at Class Academy for dealing with my craziness. Shout out to the class of 2020 because we did all this.
Welcome to the Class Academy graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. First, I would like to thank your family members, your teachers, administration, and all that helped make this day possible. Today, we honor your hard work and moving on to a new stage of your life. We have never experienced and faced a world that will never be the same. So I'm going to ask you to not only come together, but to demand better. The key to success, the key to happiness is opening your mind and your heart to love, spending your time doing things that you love with the people that you love. During these uncertain and trying times, we lean on love to show us our clearest path ahead, and that when you trust what your heart is telling you, love will be the guiding light. Graduations do not simply represent new beginnings, they are a testament as to what has been accomplished. Your path to this ceremony today is one that most cannot comprehend, but applaud. We must remember that when we go through these times, you have been able to face and meet the challenges before you. No one else defines you but you. Your perseverance and tenacity is what people will remember. It's not that you will fall down because everyone falls down, but it is how you get back up and how you continue to get back up and move on. What other people think of you is never as important as what you think of yourself. Be happy with who you are. That being said, if I could leave you with one message that would stick with you today, it would be that in the game of life, it is not always fair, but it is how we play it that makes the difference. Life hurts, it's messy, and it's hard, but it can also be joyous, hilarious, and fun. Some of the happiest people in the world have been through the most. That is because they are thankful for what they have. You are in control of your future. You will decide what to do to make of your life and how to respond to the situations and challenges presented to you. Remember, success in life is hard to achieve on our own. Surround yourself with good people and good things will come to you. In closing, I wish the very best for you all. And as a wise man once said, you cannot always direct the wind, but you can always adjust the sails and determine who is in the boat with you. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Mr. McCorkell, Dr. Ford, members of the Board of Education, all the students before you have met all the requirements for graduation as set forth by the state of New Jersey and the Monmouth County Vocational School District. Marco Ascension Santos. Kathleen Bonera. Salvatore Andrew Caliendo. Shaquem Davis. Shakir Davis. Jack DeVito. Riley Fontaine. Willie Gross III. Gabrielle M. Huth. Josiah A. Kirkpatrick. David Laverin. Nicole Alexis Lopez. Aristides Maisto. John Mandeville. Miguel Martinez Pinada. Alexander Masker. Hayden S. Moffitt. Michael Morrell. Shania Parks. Wendy Rojas. Yaelene Annalie Sanchez. Hector Luis Santana Jr. Jennifer Morales Tepepa. Syasia K. Whitley. Andrew Winning. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2020.